Matt, thoughts on this evening's game against Aston Villa here at the Bankses?
It was a really good game for us. There was lots that we learnt as coaches tonight about the players. I think that you have to take your hat off to how good Aston Villa were and put things in context slightly in terms of, yes, we were extremely disappointed that we've lost the game 4-0, but I think that for our players it gives them a slight understanding of what top level footballers are and their movement both on and off the ball. And I think that it all comes down to decision making both in and out of possession. Often enough today we didn't make the right decisions on the ball, but let's be brutally honest, they're an extremely good team who I think if you look at the balance of tonight will have a successful season in the Premier League next season.
And what is it that you take from these sort of games? You mentioned that against Crystal Palace at the weekend, but what do you take from these sort of run-outs?
I think what first and foremost is the physical aspect, that we're trying to get our players up to speed as quickly as possible. We've had a slightly disrupted pre-season with certain members of the playing staff missing, important days during training through injury. So we're playing catch up a little bit with that. But I think that the biggest thing today is that the players got to experience how quickly they move the ball, the opposition in the Premier League, how their movement, the way that they manipulate the opposition, so they're always playing a game with them. But the biggest thing for me to take from tonight is that we've come up against a really good team, and in possession and out of possession there are plenty of things for us to learn. So when we look at the game tomorrow and we feed back to the players, we use this evening as a positive impact for us moving forward, because let's not get away from the fact that we're still building towards the 7th of August. Now we've got 3 more fixtures, we've got plenty of opportunities to get minutes into our players to make sure they're ready come the first game of the season.
And it is all about that. It's a constant learning experience now, building towards the 7th.
Of course it is. Look, I've said this before, there's lots of new ideas for the players to take on, and I think you'll see that I'm quite vocal at times on the side of the pitch. The reason for that is that it's just trying to reaffirm the message that we're giving the players constantly on a daily basis. Now, are there going to be times when maybe it takes slightly longer for those messages to go in? Yeah, 100%. But I've always said that this will be a process in which the players have 100% bought into. I said to the players in there, be disappointed, but don't arrive at the training ground tomorrow with your chins on the floor, because we can't have that. You've got to understand that the opposition tonight were exceptional, I thought, in possession of the ball, and yes, the goals are avoidable, but I think every goal in football 9 times out of 10 is avoidable.
And on a final note from me, just over 6,500 in here tonight. It's great to have fans back, isn't it? Fantastic.
It probably gave me a little bit of a shiver down my spine. So for me personally, it's the first time I've been at a football game in 18 months with that amount of fans. I think for the players as well, that the emotion tonight of the atmosphere, the emotion of playing against a Premier League team, that's something we've got to get used to. Look, we want fans back as often as possible in this stadium. We're going to need the fans for support next year, and it was great to see them tonight, and I hope that likewise they don't go home disappointed with their team.